Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode on the Minecraft Museum Survival Let's Play series. Whoa, try saying that 3 times fast. Today, I have a really interesting episode planned for you all. I want to make an iron farm that also produces moss. So I don't know about everybody else, but I think that moss is actually one of the prettiest blocks added to the game. The carpet and the moss block add so much depth and detail, and like they add a green that we didn't have before. And up until now, in the 1,000 hours that I've been playing in this world, I have yet to make a moss farm. I've just been grinding it manually, and it takes forever and ever and ever. So today, I thought maybe we could punch out this wall and make an iron farm that also produces moss. I have a pretty interesting concept for how to do this, so be sure to stick around until the end to find out more. So I've started digging, and I've actually kind of already hit my first problem. And I was wondering what you guys thought about this. So when I first designed this hallway, I wasn't really planning on having this here. And I thought maybe, I'll expand the base this way, you know, and keep going. But the problem is, I think I'm starting to have too many, like, corridors in the base. I'm trying to keep everything as linear as possible because what happens otherwise is it's just really annoying to get between places. So I think instead of doing a hallway and then having like a door with the next room, which is what I'm planning today, I'm just going to build it into a room here adjacent to the map room. I think that'll look a bit nicer and it'll be a bit simpler overall. All right, so I've started digging here and it's getting pretty big, pretty big indeed. Once again, I've underestimated the size of this project, but the idea is that I want to make like a big old cave and then have something special in the back, which I will reveal later in the episode. And that is where we will get our iron and moss from at the same time. I've also kind of hit a cave here, which connects to another part of the base, which I haven't really developed yet. So I think it'll be really cool to be able to like link the two together to make my base more of a circle like this and less of a line like this. That's a really good graphic there. I hope that this illustration helps you guys understand what I mean. It's a really detailed plan. But no, for real, I actually don't really have like a super long standing plan for this base. I kind of do like doing the patchwork where I kind of add things as I go and get new ideas. And it's also happened that I tear stuff down too. So I've been digging this room and it's getting pretty big. It'll probably get even a little bit bigger before I'm done. But while I dig, I wanted to answer a few questions again from the comments because I think you guys really liked that last time. This time, YouTube boys asked me, why is my name Ecolyo? This is a really good question, and it's kind of a funny / not super climactic story. But basically, I used to play a lot of Club Penguin when I was like 10 or 11 years old. And even a bit younger, actually. I played a lot of Club Penguin and a lot of Minecraft. And one day, I forgot the password to my Club Penguin account. So I cried a little bit, and I figured, okay, well, I'll just make a new account, I guess. And I was watching, like, YTV or something, and someone said Eco, and then I thought Leo, and then I put them together to get Ecolyo. So I made a new Club Penguin account, called it Ecolyo, and then changed my Minecraft name when we could change the names on Minecraft a few years later to Ecolyo. And that is the story of Ecolyo. It was also the name of my first puffle on Club Penguin. By the way, did you guys ever play Club Penguin? And if so, what was your favorite mini game on there? Mine was the minecart one where you did like the backflips and stuff. I think I was pretty good at it when I was a kid. A really fun game. All right, so it's been about 2 days in real time since I last recorded a clip for this episode, and I wanted to show you guys what I had come up with so far. So I'm doing these kind of like little square patches that build on each other, and it kind of looks like there used to be a wall, like a retaining wall or some sort of garden here, and I've gone ahead and done that all around. I've also added this bridge, which is actually a pretty cool design. I've seen a few people do it with like the mix like this. I hadn't really done it much before, and I really like these little like hanging bits here that like it looks like it used to be something a bit more structured. I might add some supports that go to the ceiling to try to tie both together, because right now it does kind of look disjointed, like there's nothing done on the ceiling. Obviously that will change, I promise. It is far from done, but now I think we should move on to the next part of this video, which will be getting an iron farm built somewhere in here. Now, the tricky thing with the iron farm is that I need it to be close enough so that it's spawning but far enough so that the iron golems only spawn in that area. So let me do a bit of that digging, a bit of that planning, and I'll get back to you guys in a few minutes here. All right, so I've built a little iron farm down here. It's actually underneath that room by about like 10 blocks or something. And it's the only place around here that I think they can't spawn outside of, because there are a lot of caves running around here. But anyway, super simple design, right? It's center block, you go 5 each direction. You get this plus here, you put that with hoppers, and you put 5 villagers up here. They breed, spawn iron golem every 2 minutes or something like that. Iron golem comes in here. So now the next step is to get the villagers in. And I was debating on how to do it for a little while because I wasn't too sure how to drop them in without killing them. And I just remembered, like, I could just drop them through water and shoot them down here. So that's the next plan. Let's go up there. I do need to get rid of some villagers because we're having a bit of an infestation, like I said last episode. If we come up here, obviously we're going to leave this guy. Super great name suggestion in the comments, by the way. Thanks for Bulnet. Atlas is a really cool name. I will get to actually naming him that, but that's definitely going to be his name. And I love how he looks like a giant in this thing. Really cool. Anyway, so as you can see, there are about 1 million villagers still in here, and there's about 1 million more running around the base. So I need to kill a few of these guys, but before I do, let me grab 5 of them and we'll head out of here. All right, so we're back in the villager basin here, and I think it's about time we start to trap some villagers. So how about we come right here? What do you do? Oh, you're nothing. Yeah, you come with me. Yes. And let's hope this works. I had to put a glass block here. I didn't want the villagers escaping. I hope he can... Can he go through it? Yeah, he can. Can I? Oh. All right, let's bring him over. So let's hope they don't die. Oh yeah, also, I installed a texture pack that, like, makes their eyes move and stuff and gives them extra animations. It's pretty cool, but I do miss my Fabric client a lot, so I might switch back. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys use? I use Fabric with a lot of mods, but the latest driver on my computer has been bugging out Fabric, so I've been using this instead. Oh, he made it! Awesome! Yeah, you're still that guy? Okay. F3B, is it? Yes. Awesome. That's 1 down. All right. 5 to go. I'll probably cut through some of these because this is going to get pretty long. Doesn't that look insane? What the heck? I guess it's the F3B, right? Yeah. That looked really funny. I thought my map room got, like, absolutely obliterated there for a second. I got kind of scared. What are you? You're a nitwit. Yeah, you're a nitwit too. Come on. You can do it. You got it. Yeah. All right. So now I got 2 of them in here. I'm wondering if maybe I could just give them some food and they would breed, and then I wouldn't have to truck anymore over here. Let's try that out. Let's grab some bread. Whoa. I gotta finish these stairs, man. I started. Look, last episode I said I would do it off camera, and it's not a lie. I did start, but it just takes a while. Do it. Do it. Look at their noses. Come on. Yes. Yeah, you love each other. This is a great home. Oh, there he is. Look at his big fat head. Oh. All right, now make a few more, and we're set to go here. Okay, so now I'm underneath the iron farm, and I've set up this little plus of hoppers, which lead into a dispenser here. And I hooked this dispenser up to an item detector, I guess you would call it. I don't know if there's an official name. I found this on Reddit like 4 or 5 years ago, and it still works. But basically, this comparator detects an item, and it will shoot a 1 pulse signal. It basically makes a clock until there's no more items in this dispenser. So let's say I threw like 6 andesite in there. Watch, it'll only trigger 6 times. I know a lot of people do like the 2 observers into each other into one of these, but when your world gets as big as mine, that is a lag machine. So I'm just trying to minimize the amount of updates in the world at once. So now the next step is going to be figuring out where these blocks go, because I'm not entirely sure yet. To make the moss, the plan is to grab the poppies, convert them into bone meal, and then pipe that bone meal into the moss farm, which will be probably not too far away, probably somewhere back here. I left this side free with a little stairwell because I'm probably going to be like making the base go that way eventually to link up with what I showed you guys earlier. So let me figure out where I'm going to put these barrels and these chests and everything, and I'll come back to you guys in a little bit. Okay, so I made this. I wanted to build a robot. I thought it'd be cool to do like a ruined robot in the cave, and that's what I made. Obviously, he's not done oxidizing yet because I'm a lazy person, and I don't think that letting your copper oxidize just to like mine it and use it again is a productive use of my time, if I'm completely honest. So I just let it like oxidize over time. A lot of it already has. This is the remnants. I added this later, so that's why it's like that. So I still haven't figured out though where I'm gonna put these chests. I think what might be cool is having like his mouth open or something, but I don't think that's gonna be possible. One thing that's for sure though, I want that light to turn on when the moss farm is working, because since the poppies won't always be coming in, I think you get about 10 poppies per half stack of iron, so that's like 1 bone meal. It'll be cool to see it like flicker on and off when the moss farm is working. So let me again figure out where to put these chests and where to put this little storage room, and I'll get back to you guys. Oh, I wanted to also show, I tried doing these like vines out of moss blocks. The ceiling's not done yet, obviously. Let me know what you guys think about these. I'm not super sold. I saw Grian do them on his Hermitcraft base, and I thought he made them look really good, but I think the issue is his base is a lot bigger than this room, so they have space to kind of really dangle. These ones, if they dangle too low, it just looks really, really bad. But let me know what you guys think about that. I'm gonna move on now and try to get what I said I would get done. I did it. I figured out a way to incorporate the chests and make them not look too out of place. Let me know what you guys think. So basically the idea is the iron will go here and the moss and etc. will go in here. And on this side, I built, I don't know what this is, some robot thing to tie the theme. And maybe I'll use it as like a water elevator. That might be pretty cool. But anyway, I also am starting to add some stuff onto the ceiling. I'm trying to keep a similar palette to this, but not exactly this, because this is like more structured. I want this to be more cave-like. But for now, I think that's good enough on the decoration. Let's get to building a moss farm. And full disclosure, I've never built a moss farm. Let's go check it out. So a little side note here. I might have a bit of a problem with this portal. I have a gold farm in the nether, and every time I AFK at it, these guys are just low enough that they spawn and go into the portal. There's a lot of them here. A lot of them. And I would love a suggestion in the comments on what to do with them, because doing this every time I come back to the base is kind of annoying, and I don't want to just relog, right? Ideally, like, we'd do something funny. Like, a few years ago, I saw someone made with an egg a little trap for these guys, and it would just make like a mini gold farm in their base. I thought that might be cool. Okay, so I've gotten a few components done here, and I figured I would show you guys what I had. I didn't follow a tutorial. This is all from my stupid brain, so if there's any mistakes, now you know why. If you're looking for a good tutorial, this probably isn't the one for you. Basically, I started here by sorting out the roses. So just a little simple item sorter. I think Impulse SV designed this like 10 years ago or something like that. Still works really good. So I'm sorting out the roses here, and these will get carted off into a system which will also process the carpets and the seeds, because I don't really need those. And I figured it'd be simpler just to bring them all into one area and then pump that right back into this dispenser here, which is currently empty. That's why the farm is not running. Next, I have an Etho hopper clock here, and it's the vertical version of it. I like this one better because it's a little bit more compact. And right now, this is the on-off switch for the farm. Obviously, temporary. That aim is going to be for this farm only to turn on when there's bone meal in the system. So I'm gonna have to set up a little checker for that. And that will also have to link up to the light in the robot's eye. So next up, I need to do the sorting system for the seeds and the carpets, and also set up the checker and all that stuff. I'll check back in with you guys in a little bit once that's all done. Okay, so the farm is getting pretty big now. I've got this line here for hoppers, and these actually bring the iron over into an item shooter. And also the moss is connected to this, so it's going to shoot both those items, which are the only items we'll be collecting in this farm, through the water tunnel there, going up into the storage room, which is actually directly above this. So really good planning that totally wasn't intentional. Everything else, including the flowering azaleas and the azaleas and everything, is going to get composted. I don't really need to collect those, I don't think, because usually when I put moss down, I bone meal it anyway. So if I ever need more, I can grab them that way. And also, like, I don't really use them all that much, and I already have a bunch in stock. So the farm is actually pretty much done. Now all I need to do is add the composting setup at the end of the line here. And once that's done, set up the checker to turn the farm on and off. And I think that's going to be it. So let's get that done, and I'll show it to you guys in a minute. Alright, well, I sure do hope that none of you here know how to do redstone, because if you do, you now know that I'm a complete idiot. Basically, this whole thing wasn't working, and I guess that's what I get for not building it in creative or anything beforehand. I just kind of winged it. Basically, you would know that this item sorter didn't work, and the way I was sorting out items here, hey kitty, was not working. Now, though, it works. I can prove it. It's running right now. It's actually out of bone meal, but that's okay. That's kind of the point. We don't want this thing running all the time. So now all that's missing is the kill switch here, which is basically just going to be, maybe I can do redstone live. That would be something crazy. I don't think I'll be able to though. Basically, my first idea was to just have like a comparator running. Okay, I can't run from there. Running from probably the composter here. Yeah, this hopper here. And anytime this hopper has items, then the farm will turn on for, like, oh, I don't know, I'll probably set a timer. So let's get this there, this here. Run this line down. Oh, this cat. He's been in here the whole time I've been building this. He's actually been stuck in there, but I just freed him. I felt bad for him. I have cats at home, so, you know, relatability and all that. All right, this should work, and we actually need to invert the signal because we want it to be on when it's working. We want it to be on when there's no redstone. Yeah, there we go, perfect. Okay, so then look, let's say I had, oh geez, where'd I put those roses? Let's say I had some roses. Don't matter, that'll fill back up, and I put them in here. And then it would run, right? The problem is, though, it will need a few cycles to get through this, but the thing that's cool is, like, when the carpets come down and everything, they get cycled back in, and they'll actually make the machine run longer, so I don't think I'll actually need a timer of any sort. So let's let this thing run, and let's connect the eyeball, and I think that's pretty much it. Alright, so if you've stuck around this long, thank you. I need your help naming this robot. He's all plugged in, but he has no name, and I think he needs a name. Everything in this base needs a name. So if you guys have any suggestions, because you're clearly better than me at naming stuff, let me know in the comments down below. Also, I did add a bit more detail to this room. I'm not entirely happy with how it turned out, though, if I'm being completely honest. I think I will come back and add more. I'm just out of inspiration for this kind of stuff. I would really like to move on and do something else next week. We're going to do something probably a lot different than what I've done in the last 2 episodes, and I think you guys will really like it, so be sure to stick around. Anyway, let's go check out the comment of the day. All right, so first I'd like to say a really big thank you to Pookie the Man. You left a really awesome comment on my last video, and I've actually waited all week to answer you. And actually, I had to remove some of your message because it was too long for one page. I hope that's okay and you don't get mad. But Pookie the Man asks, and finally, I was wondering if you have planned on creating a fresh world and start a let's play from scratch. PS, I plan on stealing several of your build ideas. So like I said, I've been super excited to answer that question, and I do plan on starting a new series soon. I'm kind of waiting till I get maybe a few more episodes of this series out, just so there is like a playlist of it. And afterwards, I do have a hardcore series planned, but not like any other you've seen on YouTube, and that I can promise you. It's actually a super cool concept. I've had a friend help me design a data pack for this series, and I'm super excited. We're just working out some bugs and some final things, and I'll probably start uploading that sometime after Christmas if all goes well, maybe even sooner. It'll depend, because these episodes take me super long to make, but I really do enjoy making them. And also, I did want to also mention, if you guys see stuff in this world that you want to build in your world, like, feel free. It makes me super happy to see people inspired, and that's kind of why I started making videos. Like, to me, Minecraft is art, and I want to share my art, and I want everybody to get inspired. And if you want to steal that library, dude, hit me up. I'll send you some screenshots even if you want, and some measurements. So that'll be it for me today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it if you made it all the way to the end. I'll catch you guys next week. Have a great weekend. Bye-bye.